Kicking the ball further and higher comes down to two things, which are technique and power. You need enough power to be able to kick the ball far, but also need the technique aspect to launch the ball further and higher. So in this video I will show you how to kick the ball further and higher, and also give you drills you can do to improve your kicking. This kicking technique is also the goal kick technique, which goalkeepers use to kick the ball far, reaching lengths of up to 60 meters.
Oh my God!
When you are kicking the ball, ensure that you are going to strike the ball from an area which obtains a good surface so that your kick can be maximized to its full potential. When striking the ball, make sure that you kick the ball just below the center of the ball so you can get the most distance possible. If you hit the ball too much on the underside, then the ball would get lots of height, however not very much distance. If you strike the ball too high, then the ball would get not very much distance and height. The lower you kick on the ball, the more backspin you'd get, meaning that too much backspin causes the ball not to get enough distance, and too little backspin causes the ball to drop too soon. So ensure that you kick down onto the ball, as if you're trying to kick the ball into the ground, as this will produce enough backspin needed for the ball to go far, and it will gain enough height, so it will not be affected by the wind. But also, kick it down on the ball prevents potential ground traction, which would significantly reduce the power you could achieve. The angle of approach towards the ball would determine the flight of the ball. The wider the run up, the more the ball will curl. The more straight the run up, the straighter the ball will fly. Even though that's correct, you can't have too much or too little of an angle, otherwise you will lose out on distance. Make sure that your run up towards the ball is 3 to 4 paces, and keep the angle of the run up at around 45 degrees for the best outcome. During the run up, make sure that your final step is precise, as that's the most important step during a long ball or a goal kick. Remember, as you are running towards the ball, keep your eyes focused on the ball at all times to be able to get a clean connection even when you kick the ball. When you plant your foot, make sure that it is pointing towards the target area which you want to hit. Your planted foot should be at about a foot away from the ball so you can hit it comfortably without your legs getting in the way, and so that you are not too far apart from the ball, making you have a bad kick. When you are planting your planted foot, lean away from the ball whilst leaning back and to the side of your planted leg so that the ball can get distance and height, as when you lean back the ball naturally ascends upwards. The more you lean forward, the less distance and height you will get on the ball. When you lean back, ensure that your arms are out wide to stabilize the movement, making the kick more controlled. When striking the ball, make sure that you keep your ankle locked to improve the connection of the ball, and lock your ankle on the way down to the ball. Your planted leg should be slightly bent when kicking the ball so that you can keep stable to produce the power. Your striking leg should be straight as you make contact with the ball, whilst you also follow through the kick, as this is where most of the power comes from. You should also drive your hips through the kick, as this would amplify your power. There is a reason why boxers say power comes from the hips. The follow through leg should cross over your body, making your striking leg step over your planted leg due to the power and momentum produced. As you strike the ball, make sure the contact with the ball is with the laces of your foot, going straight through the center of the ball. You want to hit the ball through the center, as that would make your kick go in a straight line to gain more distance, because if you hit across the ball, then the ball starts to curl, meaning you are losing out on distance. Before I explain the rest of the tutorial, share this video with anyone who's struggling to take long balls or take a goal kick. If you are struggling to get height on the ball, then try to hit the ball a little bit lower to generate more height. If you are struggling to get more distance, then do more strength work on your lower half of the body so that you can generate more power from your legs. As you already know, long balls require precision and minor details when kicking the ball. However, the weather may affect your kick. So if the wind is blowing towards you, then you should try to get less height on the ball so you can maximize the distance you can get. If the wind is in your favour, then you'll try to get more height, as the wind would help the ball, meaning that the wind would amplify the distance achieved. If this way of taking a goal kick or striking a long ball doesn't work, then there are other techniques, one of which is relied on your raw power. For this technique, you would take the same steps as for the other technique. However, when striking the ball, you want to strike the underside of the ball, with your laces hitting the ball upwards through the ball, with the follow through going directly forwards and up rather than downwards and more to the side. Now that you know how to long ball, here are a few drills to help you practice. If you've got to this bit in the video, comment down below save, and here's the first drill. The first drill helps you get the main movement complete. You take long balls from the 6-yard box to the goal, whilst focusing purely on minor tweaks such as connection, foot placement, kick in motion, or leaning back. This drill helps you get a physical understanding of the goal kick or the long ball. Once you understand how to execute the long ball, the second drill would put the long balls into practice by having a partner on the halfway line or across the pitch receiving your long balls, whilst you are making them be more materialistic, working on your distance, height and accuracy. This drill is great as they can return the ball and you'd go back and forth, both working on your long balls. For the third drill, you would take a goal kick / long ball, go to where the ball landed and take another kick from there, trying to reach the other goal. Aim of the drill is to get the ball to the other side in the least amount of kicks. For standards, you should try to aim for 2 kicks, and as you get the ball to one side, you can also practice going back the other way. This drill practices your goal kicks and long balls individually in a fun way, working on your distance. Remember that goal kicks and long balls take time and repetition before you master. Practice and repeat them, and over time you will see results.